So I'm here in Portland, Oregon, outside of the Justice Center. And this is where detainees are being held that were taken into custody during the past couple of nights of demonstrations. So this is the Portland Justice Center here in downtown Portland, Oregon. There's quite a few people here to do jail support, and basically we're trying to show solidarity to the people who are being incarcerated. This is where a lot of the people are jailed. So then what's going on right now is that just moments ago, they came down and gave an announcement just through like a loudspeaker on one car that they had to move off of the street. And so now look, over here we have one squad. It's about 5 guys, and they're not wearing the full riot gear. So these guys, they're not really decked out for engaging directly. You can see they have orange signifiers. These are your pepper spray tear gas guys. And then up here, there's the rest of the squad. They weren't here a few minutes ago, so.
What's going on?
Being a hippie.
What's up? How you doing? Good?
Doing pretty good.
That's what's up. That's what's up. On live. Get your phones out. Who's on live?
I haven't gotten a lot of hugs recently. That was
Go get him. Go get him.
nice. You doing all right?
You better run. I'm fucking pissed because there's some fucking guys, black men who came from Texas, shaking hands with the cops, hugging them, and the whole point is to fucking take the street. Where's Danielle?
Oh no.
Everyone's
really?
everyone's on the sidewalk right now when we should be fucking on the street.
So they're outside people.
They're fucking
influencing
liberals, yes. Outside liberals, yes. I ain't
Nice.
got that shit.
it. Nice. Nothing like a little bit of what do they call that? Co-opting.
Yeah.
Co-opting.
Whose streets are streets? Motherfuckers are on the sidewalk. Shut the fuck up.
Right? Yeah. I have one viewer. Oh no, not anymore.
I was gonna live stream, but then I don't have any mobile data, so.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I just went ahead for like the $60 plan or whatever. It's worth it.
Yeah.
AT&T.
If your parents are paying for it, you get what you get, right?
That's it, exactly.
Well, what side are you on?
Just AT&T. I do prepaid, so it's just.
Sorry, what I meant to say was, are you on the side of the protesters, or are you neutral? Or?
Oh, I don't think police should be allowed to kill minorities. I don't think police should be allowed to kill anybody.
Yeah.
I think that maybe we should even do away with the death penalty. That's where I'm at. But as far as like, do I support Black Lives Matter? Yes, I believe that Black Lives Matter. I'm not a leftist, but I'm certainly not a right-wing person at all. So I think of myself as like a progressive green.
Yeah,
Hey, be careful going over that way. That guy's filming people straight in the face and posting it online. Lots of people have 36 seconds.
And then be mad that I'm recording Black Trauma. Are you recording Black Trauma? Or are you good?
I'm recording cops.
Thank you.
That guy in the white shorts.
I think he's on the spectrum, guys. I think he's on the
yeah,
spectrum.
that kid is definitely like on the spectrum.
Film someone crying, asking.
I don't think
He is filming. He's talking to him right now. He
told us that he told the fucking crowd there that we were filming.
That.
Yeah.
I was thinking of yeah, it is that guy. Yeah. I think he's on the spectrum.
I don't know.
I
As
would-
long as he stays
I
the
would
fuck
think so.
over there and doesn't continue trying to film people.
But anyway,
So that's
yeah,
ridiculous.
I think that definitely police should not be killing people, but I think
And he
that,
does not.
I mean, considering that
It's
they
not that
found
hard.
on autopsy that he wasn't actually killed by strangulation, killed by a combination of myocardial infarction and cocaine overdose, I think that this is kind of we're gonna end up making people look horribly silly.
Well, the long and short of it is that police basically have served the same function since their first creation.
Yeah, it's to serve rich people, but
So when you think about it in those terms, one more death or one more apology doesn't change the entire system that it's built around oppressing people.
yeah. Anyway, I kind of figured this was going to happen even worse than it did last summer just because of all the coronavirus stuff and everyone being bored at home. No, personally, I think it's going to get a lot more intense later this summer, especially because of the heat.
Well, it's going to be a civil war is what it's going to be.
Yeah, or a race.
Well, basically there's already people who are extremists on the right that have been shooting up mosques and synagogues. They've already been shooting up mosques and synagogues. So if you think about it in terms of they already are killing people who are not part of their religion or their political party, it is a civil war. It's just being fought on one side right now. It's just a one-sided gun battle between people who are hate-filled and the people who are getting murdered. I mean, honestly, if George Floyd had just shot the cops that were trying to murder him,
There we go.
you know,
Hey, Second Amendment, right?
well,
I mean, like the guy who got killed in Houston because he freaked out and he was trying to defend his shop or whatever.
they killed a guy in Minnesota that had a concealed weapons permit. That he gave the cop his concealed weapons permit and is like, yeah, I'm carrying a gun. Here's my permit. And then the cop killed him.
Yeah.
But you know what? Carrying a concealed weapon isn't a crime. That's why you get a permit for it, is so you can do it in a legal way. So then for him to obey the law and give the permit over and get killed for it is an example of why police need to be abolished and something else take its place.
You carry?
What's that?
You carry? Sorry, do you carry?
Do I carry? Oh, I'm not into all that. Not yet, but if it comes to running gun battles, then what am I going to do? Just get shot?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, at the end of the day, if I'm into getting shot, then I will not carry, and if I'm into shooting back, then I will.
Yeah, I mean, like that guy, I think it was back in March, who got killed because the police, who was part of a militia, and the police just went up to his house and opened fire and sprayed his house and almost killed his whole family. I mean, that's messed up, but
Yeah, they
there should have been protests over that, but nobody heard about it.
that one lady cop went into the dude's apartment and killed him in his own apartment.
Yeah, that's also messed up, because she was like, oh, I thought it was my apartment.
Yeah, right. So then, you know, there's all kinds of examples like that where they freaking full on just go murder people. Here in Portland, they murder people of color and people who are in mental distress. They actually have been investigated by the Department of Justice because it's that evident that they murder people of color that the Department of Justice got called in. And they were found to be guilty of it. And they were supposed to implement all of these reforms, but they're still doing the same crap.
Anyway, nice talking, man. We kind of got to get out of here.
Be safe, guys. So you can see all of these windows are boarded up because a couple of nights back, all of the windows on the police, the Justice Center here got busted out, and there was a fire set in the lobby. So a lot of times law enforcement feel inadequate to the type of force that they feel like they might need to use against people. So they use a lot of steroids, and it actually is part of what causes police violence in the US is a culture of steroid use among police. So if you look at these guys, you can kind of get a sense for it. You know, I feel like anytime that a police murder happens or a police use of force, they should be tested for steroids, because steroids are a dangerous mood enhancer as far as they cause uncontrolled fits of rage. So, you know, police, that's a big part of what makes police dangerous, is that they have fits of rage from steroid use. Yeah, there's a crowd of about 200 protesters. It's hard to get a good sense of it, but there's a lot of people. And basically, they're upset about the fact that law enforcement is taking a lot of prisoners, and basically they want the people to be released. So there's the sheriff's department. The sheriff's department are the ones responsible for maintaining security of the jail. So all these guys up here, they're probably going to be all sheriff's department. And then down here on the street, it's more likely to be the police department. So these guys are the sheriffs, and I bet these guys over here are the police. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but the Portland police, they have a medic that's part of their squad. So it's kind of hard to see him in there, but he's the guy in gray. That's their medic. It's crazy to think that all of these goons up here got up this morning knowing full well that they were going to come down and potentially shoot at citizens. They all put on their little goon costumes and grabbed their guns to potentially shoot their own citizens today, because that's how goons think. So none of the goons have their gas masks on. That's usually a pretty good sign of when they're about to start being real bastards, is they'll put their helmets and gas masks on. They're putting away their batons. So
We want justice.
Ooh, that dude's carrying a full-on AR.
Hey, somebody was carrying a grenade. Where he at? There was somebody carrying a grenade launcher over here.
That dude's got an automatic rifle.
Yeah, they're guys. Oh, okay.
Or rubber grenades, or concussion grenades.
Slowly gearing up. All the guys in the corner got headgear now.
Yeah, that's intense that he's got a fully automatic rifle. got a scope on it. That's crazy.
Yeah.